This tool is called the ShapeGo Map, and it's another tool that strengthens your students' comprehension skills. We've spent a lot of time in the classroom working with this tool with books that we have read aloud and also books that the kids have read on their own, and they should be able to show you exactly how to use this tool. Here's how you would use it. Your student would bring home their web book, and they would read their book. If it is a fictional story, after they get done reading, they can close it up and pull out this tool. And they're going to work their way through the shape, retelling all the things that they remember about the story. The first shape that they start with is a triangle, and they start right in the middle with that target or bullseye. And it is asking the same questions that they answered when they used the purple check mark. The purple check mark was asking who and what about each page. This bullseye or target is asking the who and what for the whole book. So the who would be the main characters for the whole story, and the what would just be the main idea of the story. So for the book Water Balloons, I would say this story is about Daddy Pig and Baby Pig and when they had a water balloon fight. Then I would move on to the characters. The characters in this story are Daddy Pig and Baby Pig. The setting, it takes place outside their house in their yard. And then the problem. The problem is that Daddy hits Baby Pig with a water balloon. And then they move on to the rectangle. This is the trickiest part because it's asking them to remember all the events that happened and to put them in order. So when they get to this part, ask them to think about all the things that happened, but go back to the very beginning of the story. And in their head, can they remember what happened first? So first in this story, Daddy Pig gets a balloon and he fills it with water. Next, he hides behind a bush. Then he throws the balloon at Pig and it splashes all over him. After that, Baby Pig gets a balloon and he fills it with water. After that, Baby Pig hides. After that, Baby Pig throws the water balloon at Daddy, and it splashes all over him. After that, I can't remember. If your student gets to a part where they can't remember the next event, that's okay. This is just a practice tool for your students at home. So feel free to have them open up to the event that they remember happening last. And we remembered that Baby Pig threw a balloon at Daddy Pig. And then say, okay, this is the event that you remember happening. This is what happens next. And move to the next page and just show them. Oh yeah, Daddy had 2 balloons this time. Have them close it up and keep going. So Baby Pig hit Daddy Pig with a balloon. And then after that, Daddy Pig went back and got 2 balloons. And now I know that the next thing that happened was actually the very end of the story. So I can skip over this box and move on to the next story, or the next circle. And it says in the end. So right here, Daddy Pig got 2 balloons. And in the end of the story, when he went to go throw them at Piggy, Piggy squirted him with the hose. And that's how the story ended. If you get to this last box and you still have a lot more events to retell in the story, we've trained our kids to just keep pointing at that box and keep using the keywords after that, and then after that, and after that, and keep going until they reach the last event, and then they can move on to the circle. And then you can try having them use the heart at the bottom, and that's the lesson that they learned in a story. And most of the time we're able to pull a lesson out of the story. So help your kids. See if you can help them figure out a lesson to go with each story that they read. So in the water balloon story, a lesson we could learn is that you can use a hose to spray somebody during a water fight. Or a lesson you could learn is that it's fun to have a water balloon fight, or anything like that. If you have your child bringing home lots of nonfiction books and you would really like them to practice the ShapeGo Map, you can always use this tool with a book that you have at home. So if you have any books at home that your child can read, those will work that are fictional. And if you have any books at home that are fictional, that you have read to your child, those will work too. This tool can, because it's working on comprehension, you can use it with a book that you have read to them and not a book that they have read themselves. It will work for that too.